Hello and welcome to episode 135 of Ready to Mosh. I'm Gem G, and with me as always, the flamenco to my metal, Mr. Kev B.
Hello.
You all right?
I'm good, you?
Yes, all right, thank you. So we are starting our build up to Uprising Festival today, and we've got our first pre-event interview with the headliners of the Academy 2 stage, Breed 77. We had a great chat with Pedro and Danny. Unfortunately, it's quite a short one because due to kind of our availability and their availability, we had a very narrow time slot. But hopefully we made the most of it.
Well, I've been a fan of theirs from the start, and yeah, if you'd have told me 20 plus years ago that we'd be talking to them, that'd just blow my mind.
Same, to be honest. But here we are, and we've spoke to them. Yeah, so they played the main stage of Download in 2004, which you were present for.
I was. They kicked ass.
And I was still stuck in the queue trying to get in, so I missed them. So I've never had the pleasure of watching them live, unfortunately, but that will change when I see them at Uprising. And if you weren't aware, Uprising Festival will be taking place on the 25th of May. And if you've not already got your tickets for Uprising, make sure you get on it quick. In the meantime, while you're waiting for the event, here's the interview.
So we are joined today by two very special guests. We have Pedro and Danny from Breed 77. How are you doing, guys?
Hey, not too bad.
I think we may have issues with Danny's audio. I don't know if
He's trying to connect, but he will pop in anytime. Maybe he needs to also like I did.
There's Danny.
He's there.
Yeah, sorry guys. I'm getting ready. I have to work.
No worries. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, no worries, man. Thanks for for having us.
So the first question I've got for you guys is, I first saw you 2004 opening the main stage at Download Festival. And was that kind of a moment for you guys where you sort of felt you'd actually kind of got to a certain point and you'd kind of made it to a level?
Well, we've definitely made it felt like we did, because actually not that long ago we were doing really way smaller tours. So when we saw ourselves there opening the main stage, it was like a big wow, at least for me personally. Like, wow, there's been a before and after, definitely, from that day onwards. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. It felt that way to me.
Yeah, but pretty much, yeah. That was the start of things getting bigger for us. Like until then, we had that was with our second album, but until then, the biggest place we had probably played had been a 200 Cup or something like that. You know, like we had been like playing the underground scene in the UK for a while, and then like that was the biggest thing. We that actually was a catalyst of us starting doing bigger gigs. Although I would mention as well, add that the biggest tour to date we had done before we had played with Black Sabbath in the Astoria. So yeah, that one was the biggest gig, but we already had a flavor of playing with a big bands, you know.
And we don't think there's many other bands from Gibraltar or Spain where you're from. Is there much of a metal scene back there?
To be totally honest, we are individually, some from Gibraltar, some from Spain, but the band is not from Gibraltar. Breed 77 was started in London in 93, 94, 95. We actually, individually, we are from different places. Yeah, we have the influence from where we are. Pedro is from Spain, and three of us of Breed are from Gibraltar. At the time, the drummer was from Gibraltar too, but nowadays we've got Adam, which is from South Africa. But yeah, I mean, like over there, I don't know. Myself and Pedro, I live in London now for 30 years. So like, I'm a Londoner, really. not. I don't know nothing about Gibraltar or the music scene there. But yeah, there's some bands and stuff. That the place is very small. But there's no metal bands. The only other person that I know that is Jeremy, the singer of Red Method. Do you guys know the band Red Method?
Yeah, no, Red Method.
He's a very good friend of mine since we were kids. He's from Gibraltar, and coincidence, the bass player of Breed 77 is his cousin.
Oh, right.
So there you go.
I did not know that.
Yeah, now you know. So I mean, Spain, Barcelona. Well, Pedro can let you know, but Barcelona is a very major European city in Europe, and of course, there's hundreds of big bands.
Yeah, and Spain is a different story. Yeah, and all over Spain, there is a lot of tendency for that more the Euro metal side of things, kind of like like the kind of Maiden followers and German metal followers. Also, new metal went huge when it broke in, but yeah, and even nowadays they are constantly touring. Thing with the Spain that most of those bands now have opened. The ones that made it have opened the South American market, which is huge. So they can make a living. Literally, so
Yeah, and actually, I would say because I worked in a festival, I do like production around England and Europe, and I played with. I worked with a band Crisis, and they're from Barcelona. They're doing really well. They did the Testament tour. They've been playing in Wacken, and it's like thrash metal, kind of 80s thrash metal. And they're quite new.
One of the things really interesting about the fifth album, Insects, was re-released in Spanish through mainland Europe. Was that difficult to kind of replicate and record from the original version?
Yeah, it was more the singer. The singer had the hard work to do. Paul, I wish he was here and he could tell you about it. But he did a tremendous amount of work of having to translate and then like make sense of what he was translating. Because sometimes you translate word for word and in another language it doesn't make sense. So you've got to like toy with the ideas. Though Pedro and myself, we helped around as well with the translations, but it was Paul, our singer, the one that he bear the cost of the work. And mind you, at Two Insects, we did as well a compilation of the best of our songs. So it was a bit more than just one album.
And your lineup's changed quite a few times over the years. Did that have an impact on you recording new music and touring whenever you had those changes?
And you mean in terms of writing?
Yeah.
Well, the main writers are still in the band, so not much really. So, I mean, Danny, Paul, and myself, we have been kind of the main writers through the years, not Danny? Yeah.
Yeah, well, the only writers, all the songs have been from early one. All the albums have been written by the three of us. So, yeah, I mean, drummers haven't had a big impact until the day that we've had good drummers and better drummers. But yeah, I don't think that they've in the composition it hasn't, because we never had anybody involved in our composition. So it's just like having many bands are like that. I don't know. An example I could say, Cradle of Filth is always different music, but so you know what I mean. He's always been Danny, and you know, he hasn't changed. So like he just gets other musicians. In our cases with drummers, we haven't been. It's just coincidence that it's been the same guy, that the position has gone and come many times.
Okay, so we are going to ask you a few quickfire questions now. So these are very random questions. Whatever you think of, just go with it. There is no right or wrong answer to these. What is your favorite venue that you played at?
For me, I could say in Shibuya in Japan. It was amazing, where we did we played with Megadeth. Or Mexico, La Monumental, which is a bull ring. And there was like more than 50,000 people with Mago de Oz.
Oh, wow.
For me, I have to say, Download was, it's not a venue, but it's, let's say, an endless open venue. For me, that was those big stages just have a 3-dimension to the whole thing. You know, when you are there, it's just like, wow, everything stops around you for that, you know, the length of the set, and you give yourself away literally. So those are high moments, yeah.
Who was the last band that you watched live?
Me, last night, Tuesday night, I'm a sound engineer. I did the sound for Blood Oath.
Oh, cool.
In the Cotton House in London. Today I'm working, that's why I've got to run. I'm a sound engineer, so I do 3 to 4 day weekly gigs. So all the time. But big band, Judas Priest in Wembley was amazing.
Oh wow.
That was a good one. That was at the beginning of the month with Saxon and Uriah Heep. Very good gig.
I went to see recently, well, not that long ago, slipped my mind, the bass player from Purple,
Glenn Hughes.
Glenn Hughes. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was quite a different taste, different flavor, but quite amazing. Unbelievable how that man at that age can do the things that he does with his voice. Impressive.
What are your favorite crisps?
Really salted.
For me, cheese and onion.
Any particular brand?
Walkers, mate. Walkers.
Walkers.
Yeah, actually, is it? I can't remember the name, but there's one that there is a pack that is blue and it's just has just a tiny bit of salt. Those are my favorites. I think it's Tyers or something like that. Or Tyler. I don't know.
The one with the sachet. You put a sachet.
No, they're just like regular crisps, but they're
don't know.
really, really heavy salted. So you just, I don't know.
Oh, Tyrrells.
Is it Tyrrells, I think? Tyrrells, Tyrrells.
Tyrrells.
Could be there.
Tyrrells, yeah, that rings a bell, yeah.
Oh, that was a nice. That was a nice.
What was the last song that you listened to?
Myself, coincidence. Bring on the Rain from Breed 77, which I was just practicing 2 minutes ago before I got the phone. I was playing the guitar and listening to the songs, just doing the solo. That one.
I was just listening to a song that I'm mixing from a band that they are just about to release an album, but it's quite an unknown band, so it's just like because I do some producing work as well, so that it literally before the meeting as well. So,
What is your favorite film?
oh, that's
a very difficult question. But lately I saw The Grey, and it's amazing, that movie. I've seen it before, but with Liam Neeson. Have you guys seen it?
Not seen that, no.
Watch it, mate. That is the most like depressing, horrible experience. Is a plane that crashes in Alaska, and there's wild wolves that hunt the humans.
Wow.
Nature wins, so it's a good one.
Sounds like medicine.
Really good movie. Remember that, The Grey.
Yeah, I have way too many, but my favorite films are in the 70s, late 70s particularly. So, but I have way too many to mention. But like 3 Days of the Condor comes out, The Godfather comes up.
Yeah.
Like they are classics, but to me they
yeah.
still are unbeatable, literally.
Last quick fire then is, what was the first album that you owned?
My Self Journey, Escape.
Mine was Iron Maiden, The Number of the Beast.
Oh, classic.
Yeah, classics.
Yeah, and I'm still hooked with Iron Maiden. Still, so.
Yeah, me too. It's a journey, I have to say.
Okay, so we'll go back on to the normal questions now. And it's been 20 years since the release of Cultura. Is this something you're going to play in full on tour?
Not on full, but there's many songs. I mean, the lucky thing we have is like we've got 5-6 albums of material that we can choose from, and believe me, it's very difficult to choose. So, but there's like a couple of songs that we always played, and this part of our sound and of our legacy. So, yeah, there's 3 or 4 songs from Cultura that we are going to be playing in this run of dates for sure.
And it has been quite a while now since you released something new. Was there any particular reasons why it's been so long since you've released new music?
Well, we didn't. We actually disbanded. We've been in a hiatus for 10, 11 years.
We took a nap. So, I mean, the singer, Paul, moved to Jeep. Paul moved to Jeep. Stuart quitted actually the band for a while. And then me and Danny we just, carry on with our lives. He put a band together, Danny, and I put a band together myself as well, which is like that side projects. He's still writing his. I'm about to do a second album with mine, but Yeah, I mean, this actually reactivated. We resumed conversations, the three of us talking about reactivating the whole thing like a year and a half, or maybe it was two maybe ago, and then from there we started with the writing process, like demoing and things like that, and here we are. No, now, like we put the project together. Then Stuart decided to jump in. We looked for a drummer, and we knew Adam because he had supported us previously with his band, and we liked the way that he played, and auditioned him, and everyone so far so good. So that's kind of the short story. So resumed, you know.
Yeah, but basically we never actually officially split up or anything like Pedro was saying. We just left it. It was 2013, I believe, and we had Paul left the band for a little while, and we had somebody depping singing wise, and then he came back, and we did actually, I think it was the anniversary of Cultura. We did that tour, and then that was it. Everybody did their own thing. So it's taken us nearly a decade to to decide to continue. And we thought, like, guys, let's do this before we are very old and very decrepit.
Yeah.
We are not going to be able to play live. So
You're back with a new single and video, End of the Line. Does this mean that there's a new album coming too?
yeah, definitely. We've got the material now, and there's going to be a new single coming out very soon before these dates. And the album is as we speak, we are actually is already composed, and half of it is recorded. So yeah, that's the plan.
And how have the rehearsals been going for the tour?
It's great so far. I mean, at the beginning we were a bit, to be honest with it, after 10 years, rusted. So we had, at least myself, I had to go through the repertoire here at my place and refresh all those songs. And this is where I was playing. This is where I was playing, so kind of thing. But we did a run of Paul and Stuart flew recently, actually last weekend. We did a run of 2 rehearsals in a row. And yeah, I mean, today's things start to shape up solidly, and we're confident we are there already. So
Yeah, we are definitely match fit. We could do a gig tomorrow. We're match fit.
Perfect.
It'll be good.
Yeah, we've seen some of the clips on your social media, so it's sounding good, and a lot of comments from people. Really excited to see you back again.
Yeah, we're quite excited to put this show on the road again. So can't wait for the end of May.
And what sort of set can we expect at Uprising this year?
it's a very mixed up of kind of the whole. There'll be a bit of the new stuff, and then pretty much we just started, like Danny said before. It's been a difficult, it's difficult when you have like 5 albums like we do, 6 including the Spanish version, to dissect and try to come up with the best. So you always go over the set time. So but we're trying to resume in the best, that what we consider is the best of our past, plus the freshest stuff. So we are pretty confident that people will take it as they will enjoy it for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Anybody like if you're a fan of Breed, you will love the set we're doing. It's got like best of our stuff, and we're adding a couple of the new singles, so that refreshes things.
And so after Uprising, you've got a few more dates in the UK and Dead Live Rock in Spain in June. Are there going to be any more dates added kind of later on in the year?
Yeah, that's the idea. We have to stop. We didn't do more because ideally we wanted to do a whole full UK tour. To be honest, it didn't happen because we are more planning for later in the year, around when the album comes out. So we had the Uprising, and we decided to do a couple of gigs around it. I'm saying this because we've had many people asking why are we not playing Scotland, why we're not playing Wales, and the reason is, like, this wasn't meant to be a tour. This was meant only to be one festival. We were gonna start like a kind of a bit by bit, we had the Uprising, the Spanish Festival. It's been so long that we didn't want to just go and start touring on the word go. So it was a bit like blooding ourselves, a bit a gig here and there. But then we decided, well, might as well. We are in England, and some members of the band don't live in the UK; they live abroad. So we thought, like, might as well we bring a couple of the bands together. Let's add a couple of more gigs. That's why all the gigs are very center, kind of in the south, kind of near London, because the idea was just doing 1 or 2 gigs around the festival. Imagine that if we're doing this festival, we cannot do many other gigs. It's unfair for the festival for us. So later in the year, our plan is that we will proper UK tour.
Yeah, cover the north and the other areas for sure.
If things go well, and we are still alive, and there's no Third World War, and there's no nothing to play. Just joking.
Well, I genuinely can't wait, and we're at Uprising. We're really, really looking forward to seeing you guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Brilliant. We're looking forward to be there too.
And yeah, it feels like it's just been something that's been such a long time to kind of come around again. And with the feedback that you guys have had, it's been absolutely incredible online.
It has been actually a long time. I mean, it's been like 10 years. Well, here in the UK, yeah, like 10 years. Like Daniel was saying, 10, 11 years. You see.
Yeah. The last time we played in the UK was we did a tour, and it was the anniversary of. It was 10 years exact to the day. So we didn't think that we were going to have so much impact, and we had so many people writing to us, which is it's amazing feeling, and leaves you always like, wow, like people like actually still remember the band and still listen to our music. Just to let you know, like checking our nowadays everything is numbers and stuff. Checking our Spotify numbers, we had always Breed always had loads of listeners. So it meant that people, although we didn't exist as a band, people were still listening to our music, and that's just Spotify. There's other platforms and stuff like that. So it's been really good that music doesn't die really, even if we weren't around. People were listening to our songs, so that's a good thing.
Fantastic. Well, we know you've got to run, Danny.
I've got to work. Damn it.
So we will end it there, but thank you very much, both of you, for joining us. For me, it's been absolutely amazing.
Our pleasure.
Yeah, thanks to you, mate, to take the time for chatting with us.
No problem. My pleasure.
Thanks to you.
Well, we hope you enjoyed that episode. Don't forget, go and see Breed 77 if they are near you, because tickets will sell fast for this. And have a look at their socials. It's Breed 77 Band on Instagram and Breed 77 on Facebook. And don't forget to look at ours too. You can find us on Instagram, Threads, and X at Ready to Mosh Cast. We're on Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube at Ready to Mosh. And we've also got our Patreon on there, which is just £3 a month. And with that, you get access to the bloopers that don't make it into the show, early access to episodes wherever possible, and you can find out what we've got planned before anybody else. Finally, you can also support the podcast for free by giving us a 5-star rating and a nice review on whatever platform you're listening on, and we'll be back soon with another episode.
Make your mosh moog.